Michael is a student in my second period class, which is a fantastic class. And one reason that he stood out from other students is that we recently got a new student in class, and Michael had noticed that he had been walking around the hallways by himself during lunch and learn, and mentioned it to me and asked if I thought that it would be a good idea for him to invite this young man with his group of friends during lunch to sit down. And I thought that was a very noble thing. It's hard sometimes for teenagers to make new friends, especially at this age. And I thought it was a great way to build community at Shawnee and to invite a lonely student into a new group of friends and introduce him to people. So that was admirable and one of the reasons I nominated him. He reminded me that kids do have the ability to connect to one another even when they might feel uncomfortable, and that the important thing to do at Shawnee is to build community and not leave students alone, and make sure that everyone has someone to speak to or at least say hi to during the school day. He's chatty and entertaining. He's a hard worker, he's diligent, he always wants to do well. I enjoy that he's lively and participates a lot.
Hi, I'm Janet Takamoto, and I nominated SARA ROSSETTI. She's just a really, really wonderful young lady. She is not only good in class, but she participates here at Shawnee in a variety of ways, and even outside school she does a lot of things that she's to be commended for. She always comes in prepared. She's always pleasant, respectful. She's nice to all her fellow students. She's just a wonderful young lady. I think what I admire about her is not only is she committed academically and involved both here at school and outside in the community, but you know, she never lets anything that might be a problem in her personal life interfere with what she feels are her responsibilities and commitments. And that's really hard, I think, for high school students. Sometimes, you know, we do have problems outside of school or issues that we're dealing with, and to try and stay focused and pleasant and friendly can be at times difficult. So, but she never lets anything get her down. She just tries her best all the time.
So I haven't nominated a Student of the Month in a long time, but after having a couple of conversations with Max about things that were happening outside of the classroom, I appreciated his integrity and his desire to do the right thing, on top of the fact that he is such a conscientious student, that he is diligent in his studies and getting his work handed in on time. And he also exceeds the expectations for many of the assignments that I ask, even the most average or everyday homework assignments to the more creative, entertaining projects that I assign. It took until the third marking period for me to get to know him a little bit better, and he presented a project. I asked my juniors to create their own contagion while reading the story Year of Wonders. So it was mostly for fun, but also to see if they could understand how a disaster of some sort would then impact a community like it does in the novel. So his disease of chinchillitis, which spreads from chinchilla fur, it was hilarious. He had his classmates laughing. He followed, again, all the parameters of the assignment and met and exceeded those expectations. And I really got to see his personality and sense of humor through that.
My name is Mr. Martin Rotundo. I am a business teacher at Shawnee. In particular, I teach web design and graphics animation. Well, I've always known that Rebecca was a good person. I came in late during this year because of some health issues of my own, but I looked over on a poster on the wall and I saw her with about 3,000 letters in her hands. And I'm like, what's all that about, Rebecca? And she said she had collected 3,000 letters to Santa for the Make-A-Wish Foundation and mailed them to Macy's, and for each letter she had, I think Macy's donated $2. And I know she was heavily involved with Kids for Wish Club. But the thing that really made me nominate her is is when the class ranks came out. A student gets ranked from 1 to the, let's say, 365 students. And Rebecca noticed that the last number, the 365, had dropped from 365 to 361. And she asked me, Mr. Rotundo, why did it go down to 361? And I said, well, you know, people transfer and some kids do drop out of high school. And when I said that, she actually got teary-eyed. And I'm like, are you all right? And she's like, yeah, I'm all right. And I'm like, why are you teary-eyed? She's like, I wish I had known they were going to drop out, because I probably could have talked them out of it, or at least tried. And at that point, I knew that she was a very special person, very caring, and very deserving of Student of the Month.